And as we've reported over the last couple of days, restaurant and bar owners once again face a very hard battle to survive as these new restrictions took effect tonight. For the owner of Rick's White Light Diner in Frankfort, not much has changed. They've already had indoor dining closed. And as he told LEX18's Mike Valenti, that'll be the case for the foreseeable future.
For nearly 30 years, Rick's White Light Diner has been a staple in Frankfort. But it wasn't until 2010, after Rick Paul served up his authentic Cajun cuisine to one special guest from out of town, when the diner became a national standout.
Well, it made the business much, much busier. People from all over the world were coming here. I guess they've got the Food Network all over the world.
Celebrity chef Guy Fieri featured the Rick's White Light Diner on an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives that aired 10 years ago this month.
So summer 2010 and beyond, business was booming.
Yeah, it was. And then the virus.
By now, you've probably heard countless stories like this. In the age of coronavirus, it's become all too familiar. In March, the diner was one of thousands of restaurants across the country that had to shut its doors. When they reopened in late May, Rick kept the inside shut down, and it stayed that way.
Well, we're so small at 25%, you can only let 4 people come in. We're not going to let them sit at the counter. It's too close to us.
The deck outside is open, and regulars have come back. But due to the pandemic, the tourists Rick grew used to meeting at his restaurant just aren't traveling. The diner's doing just 25% of the business it did last year, and Rick's had to cut back on expenses in order to stay afloat. But he won't entertain the idea of closing permanently. Instead, he's looking forward to how they can safely accommodate customers in the future, perhaps by putting a roof up over the deck and buying heaters for the winter. And maybe, when it's safe to do so, he'll reach out to one of his most famous patrons, hoping for a little boost in business.
I probably will reach out to him and say, hey, come on through and let's do another one.
In Frankfort, Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.
2 sisters-in-law have teamed up to provide tutoring services for families who anticipate needing help when NTI returns this fall. The 2 women have a combined 12 years of teaching experience, and this past summer they created the Virtual Teaching Institute. Their goal is to help parents who feel overwhelmed at the idea of